subscribers. Well, subscriber rate. Hit the fucking like button and subscribe if I knock your ass out. I ain't fucking with you, man.
UFC Vegas 71 back at the Apex for Blaydes versus Pavlovic, which should be a good fight, guys. Excited for this one. First week off from YouTube last week and client plays as well. I had no client plays last week. In all sports, I had the week off. Usually when I would travel, I would not take the week off. I would still handicap. This is a little different. Sister's wedding in the Caribbean. Probably see from the tan. On the beach a lot. On the beach a lot, around the pool. Enjoying the Caribbean for the week. So I stayed away from all sports markets for clients and also YouTube. But we are back. We are back here. I was probably going to back the Max Holloway side if I did bet the fight and probably by decision. So regretting that a little bit, but we'll get right back to it, and we have a decent card with some decent fights here. I'll go over the main card like usual, guys. Nothing changes there. SystemSportsCapping.com is the website. Client cards are available over there. Updated records, resume, client comments, and free play. Social media, you know where to find me. You know where to find me. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, System Capping. Everything sports related is over there. Free picks, sports betting news in general, sports news in general. Everything is over there. Give me a follow. Let's go quick update on the UFC, guys. Remember, week off last week. No card, still at 69% on the year for plays, 2023. Lower volume, of course, right? These are client plays that I feel confident in telling someone to bet, and me personally bet them as well. Long term, just under 60 units. Just under 60 units there. Long term, guys. That's over 5 years now, pushing 6. Weekly update, all sports. Let's get a weekly update. All sports here. NHL, 66%. Last 2 years, guys. Continue to beat the books in the NHL long-term market with system plays. 1-0 in the playoffs. I was actually sitting in the airport doing some studying for the NHL playoffs. Dallas Stars caught my eye. A decent number at minus 150. Yes, a little chalk there, but they are at home losing their first game at home in game 1. Teams that do that usually bounce back in game 2. A little worried about it. There is a New Jersey Devils like that sitting there. Colorado tonight as well. Colorado should win that game. The Leafs. There are a lot. You got to pay up, though. Leafs scared me a bit. I like to stay away from the Leafs in playoffs. Colorado should win tonight. Minus 220, though. Not really enough meat on the bone there. So I will be staying away from today's market. New Jersey has me scared. A lot of Rangers money coming in this morning. I am going to stay away from the NHL market today. But I will have NHL plays available for clients. So if you want to profit in this NHL playoffs, get on board. Head over to the website. PGA, guys, week off last week, but we had a big Masters. We're going over 83 units now long-term in the prop market. 7 straight profitable majors. That's where you make your money, on the majors, right? The good guys win. The good guys play well. It's not too difficult, guys, when you're betting majors. You're going to just bet on good golfers and have the right positioning and right unit size to profit. That's what I'm able to do with the system here. 5 outrights in 2023. Remember, I don't bet an outright every week, so keep that in mind. And we're on a 13-6 matchup run right now in the PGA. NBA, very low volume in the NBA. A few futures pending here. I'll start betting the playoff single games this upcoming week. And let's do an NFL reminder. Let's hear from my friend Meredith before we get into this card.
Guys, Meredith Gorman here, and are you still not subscribed to Matt's channel? Well, if you're not, hit the subscribe button because he's giving out free picks each and every week. Hope you have a good rest of your day.
Shop around for the best prices, guys. It's simple. Have multiple books, profit more, get the best price out there in the market. Pavlovic plus 150 versus Blaydes minus 175. Big fight here, guys. You know, winner of this fight could get the next title shot. Right, Blaydes won 3 in a row. Last time was a tough blow versus Aspinall. I was very excited for that fight to see how Aspinall was going to be able to control the wrestling. We didn't get to see it, right? Aspinall got hurt early in that fight, but Blaydes will take it. He'll take it one step closer to the title shot. And he's going to get a very tough Russian in Pavlovic, who just continues to win and look good, finishing fights in the first round, right? He's just blowing through guys. And a couple big names too, right? Back-to-back wins over Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa. Now, guys that are willing to brawl, right? These two names here, they're just willing to bang and throw down. And Pavlovic throws heavy. He has heavy hands. Not a guy you want to just stand and bang with. And that cannot be Blaydes' game plan. Blaydes is going to have to make it ugly here, guys. Blaydes wants to win this fight at minus 175. He's going to have to mix it up on the feet. I know he's improved in his striking. There's no secret there. He has got better on the feet. And sometimes he likes to maybe stand a little too long, and he cannot do that here. So if you're betting this fight, you're going to have to hope he just grinds it. Makes it ugly, wrestles, try to get Pavlovic down. Pavlovic should have some decent takedown. We don't see it often. You got to go late in some of his fights previous years ago. And he's going to be he's a big boy. He's going to be hard to just take him down. But if Blaydes gets him down, he might be able to keep him there for some time, maybe get some ground and pound. All I'm saying is Blaydes does not want to play with fire on the feet with Pavlovic's power. He ends fights. He has a lot of power, and we have seen Blaydes' chin compromised before in fights. So I'm going to stay away from... I'm personally staying away from a client perspective on this card. I am not betting this fight. If I did somehow... Prices are high, though. Very low odds this fight goes the distance. Very low odds. I do not see that. Obviously, got to pay up for that, and probably will not bet it. But maybe look at the under in rounds. I can see this going maximum 3 rounds. That's a max. I can see it ending, first or second round. The only way this fight goes all 5 rounds, again, very low odds, is Blaydes would have to be getting the takedowns and just securing top control. Without getting a finish. That's the only way. And we've seen Blaydes do it in the past, right? So I'm not going to rule that out. But I do think Pavlovic can maybe move around, get up if he does get it down there. Maybe even avoid a lot of the takedowns. So if Pavlovic is able to avoid the takedowns from Blaydes, Pavlovic could win this fight and hurt Blaydes on the feet. So definitely value there at plus 150 from a numbers standpoint. There is some value on Pavlovic at plus 150. Wouldn't call you crazy if you bet that. Remember, it's a heavyweight fight. Anything can happen, especially with Pavlovic's hands. They're heavy. He can definitely hurt Blaydes on the feet here. So again, heavyweight fight. I don't always love backing or betting these fights. I won't have a bet on the side. If you can somehow get under 2.5 rounds, that would be a look. And obviously the fight not to go the distance for you parlay players. You may want to sneak that in. I do not see this fight going the distance. Very low odds this fight goes the distance. Again, I can see a first, second round, maybe, mid to third round. Just hopefully it doesn't go all 3 rounds if you're going to bet that under 2.5. I'm excited for this fight. I'm very excited to see who probably will get the next title shot against Jones or Stipe, winner of that, right? Let's be honest. Right? Blaydes, they always been talking about him getting a title fight soon. I think that Aspinall, they needed him to fight again. Pavlovic's been on a nice run. Let's see. Let's see who's going to get the next title shot. This will be an interesting fight, guys. I'm excited to watch it. Tavares, minus 150 versus Silva, plus 130. Personally, I don't have a ton to say about this fight, but personally, it's just hard to me for back a Tavares at a favored line like this at minus 150. Not a big line. I have bet minus 150 in the past, but it's not going to be on a Brad Tavares bet, right? If I had to bet this fight, it's definitely going to be on Silva, plus 130. Back against the wall, he has lost 2 in a row. Tavares, we know he's a veteran, likes to stand and bang low volume. And that's why I don't like betting Tavares. You're betting on him maybe to get a knockout. I don't see him really knocking out Silva here. And Tavares, his volume, it's under 4. He always looks for the big shots. And when he loses fights, most of the time it is by decision. I could see Silva maybe getting something going on the ground, maybe winning this fight also with his power. It's a fight I'll be staying away from as well. It's Silva plus 130 or nothing for me. You're getting value here at plus 130. I think, I guess Tavares, yes, because he has that veteran experience, fought the better guys. Remember, Silva's coming off a loss to Alex Pereira. And he put up a good fight in that fight. He looked fairly good. He actually wobbled Pereira one time. The Gerald Meerschaert loss for Silva last time out was ugly. It was ugly. He got submitted. I get it. That's why I think Tavares is favored here. I'm not going to say he's not going to win this fight, but it's just a fight I'm not going to bet on. I can see it definitely not going all 3 rounds. I can see something happen in this one, some fireworks. So could be a good fight, could be a good fight to watch, but too close for my comfort to handicap this weekend. Look who is back. Bobby Green is back, and he's minus 260. We don't want to back a Bobby Green at this price, but I'll give you a case where, it may make sense here versus Jared Gordon at plus 210. It's a steep price here for Green, even though I do think he should win this fight. I don't really see where Gordon could beat him. Obviously, Green's a much better boxer, going to be moving well. I don't think Gordon's going to be able to hit him much. The only thing, the problem with Bobby Green is, how is he going to take this fight? How serious is he going to be in there, right? Is he going to just dick around, maybe lose a fight somehow because Gordon's maybe able to make it ugly? If he does what he did kind of against Paddy Pimblett, I did probably think he won that fight. If he makes it ugly, grinds on the cage. Remember, Green has good takedown defense. He can wrestle. Don't think Gordon's just going to take him down and wrestle. That's not going to happen. Gordon would have to make this ugly, keep it on the cage, and that's pretty much it. If this fight's in a distance, Green's just going to pick him apart. Green's going to pick him apart here. So I'm going to back Green. Just can't bet the minus 260. You may want to look at decision prop. Gordon's hard to finish. You can get Green at decision. Probably, it's not going to be in the plus money. Would I be surprised if Green hurts Gordon in this fight? No, because he probably will be hitting him a lot with shots. Like I mentioned, I love Bobby Green's boxing. It's very good. I just think his movement's going to be too much here for Gordon. Could Gordon come back? He does have a sour taste in his mouth after that Paddy Pimblett loss. Sure, it wouldn't be, the biggest upset that I ever heard. But Bobby Green just, I think, pretty much better everywhere. I have Bobby Green better everywhere. And I do think he just keeps it on the feet. I don't see Gordon getting this fight down to the ground. So we're going to back Bobby Green here. I don't love the 260. If you can work it maybe in a 2-fight parlay, go for it. Look at the decision prop. You can get decision prop probably around even money. I haven't looked at the book as of yet for the decision prop. Sometimes they do also come out a little later on Friday. But I'll back Green here by decision. Don't think he'll finish Gordon. If you want to improve that price, look that way. Luciendo minus 340 versus Walker plus 270. It's a steep price for a girl that's 0-1 in the UFC. Sure, she does have some impressive striking and kind of was a prospect coming into the UFC, but didn't look good in her first fight, losing to somewhat of an unknown as well. And she got outstruck in her category, which she likes to do is strike. Braden Walker, we know her. She lost in the Ultimate Fighter finale, the finish. Didn't look great in that fight. I think what she type of fighter is, she's fairly well-rounded. She can kind of be everywhere on the feet, just not great at anything. And that's why we're getting that plus 270. I think Luciano probably picks her apart on the feet, bounces back from an 0-1 start in the UFC and wins this fight. But again, it's minus 340, and it's just something we can't back. We can't back minus 340 here on Luciendo. Due to, the 0-1 in the UFC, not looking great in her debut. But, gun to my head, I bet her, but we just don't bet her at this price. Tough to call an outcome here as well, since Walker did get finished in her first fight. Wells, minus 110 versus Semelsberger, minus 110. This is a tough one, guys. And the book is telling you a minus 110. I'm not going to have no action on this one. But, even if you look at this like Wells, he does have 5 wins in a row here, 3 in the UFC, but very low-level guys, right? Semelsberger has been fought the better guys, so he does have the better resume. And he does have a win over Jake Matthews the last time out, which was very impressive. What I like about Semelsberger and how he wins this fight, if he can avoid an early finish, I think he can win this fight. So if he can drain and grind this fight at a second, third round, I think that's where he takes over in this fight. That's the question, though. Wells has the power. Wells can finish the fight early, right? So I would have to lean Semelsberger with his veteran experience, kind of avoids that early first-round finish and kind of grinds this out and gets Wells tired. That's what I'm going to back here. Not betting it for my clients. It's not a fight that I'll be betting for my clients. I will have a client card available this weekend. It will have one or two fights from this main card that I just spoke about, a couple in the prelims that I like as well that I'll be backing. So if you want that, head over to sizzlesportscapping.com. 69% on the year, guys, right now. It is early. Low volume to 69%. I do handicap low volume, especially for the client cards and my personal bank account. That will do it, guys. That will do it. Just got home from the Caribbean not long ago here. Still trying to, still cloudy a little bit, if you know. It takes about a day or two to get going. No NHL bets or NBA. We'll be getting busy this weekend, though, with UFC, NBA, NHL. PGA's off this week. We'll get back to it next week. Like I always say, guys, bet smart and know your limits.